It's 4:22 in the morning, and the only logical thing to be doing today is, of course, to be vet wrapping my foot. Sorry guys, I feel like that intro should have had a warning or something along the lines, because I've probably got rid of any foot hater out there, so I'm very sorry about that. But anyway, foot is holding up pretty well. It's getting better, but we are going eventing today, taking both ponies out, both Maggie and Donut. So I'm gonna pack more vet wrap just to hold everything together, because the inventor of vet wrap is the most amazing person ever. Oh, I might just take some ibuprofen gel. I think that's wise. I'm not asking you for closure. I just want it to be over. We don't need to break up if we were never aligned. Is that okay? I shouldn't be yours if it means changing who I am to get us through. You shouldn't be mine because you're you. I've had enough, yeah, I've had enough. Say you've had enough. We wanted love, but close is not enough. Say you've had enough. Yeah, I gave it time and you really tried, but you're sick and tired, baby, so am I. I've had enough, yeah, I've had enough. Say you've had enough. When I met you in the summer, then you weren't such a bummer, and I wasn't as critical as I am now. Oh, I wish we could hit rewind and be younger, when we thought this love would last longer. Only a time machine. Right then, we are here. Little Downham, and I have been terrible in terms of getting any footage this morning. I had 2 horses to bath and plats and the likes. Anyway, it's 8 AM and we've done just over 2 hours driving, and I'm going to take you on the course walk and then I'll fill you in a bit more. It may have been useful to add. Ooh, Maggie is doing the 90 and Donut is doing the 100, so I'm walking both courses at once if I can. Yeah, I've dropped them both down a level. They were meant to be Maggie in the 100 and Donut in the novice, but after my accident I thought, let's just take some pressure off.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say.
This is quite nice for the 90. First double, but we're on a little bit of an offset. Very inviting. Yeah, looks nice. How many strides do we reckon? 2? What Daddy would have been jumping looks substantially larger than what we're going to jump. I know we can jump that, so that's quite nice to know. Yeah. Where Maggie gets a little ditch to jump as well. A little rail. Along. A little ditch. I just nearly went past this while I was trying to figure out where the meter was going. I best not forget that. For her. And then the meter, we've got a fence over here. Nice ascending box.
tight turn for the 90, isn't it? That is quite a tight turn. But hey ho, we can do a bit of a loop out and back. I'm not panicked about that. Go to this one for Tony, that one for Maggie. This one for Donut. And this one for Maggie. Just make sure I remember which way I'm going. And Donut's got this through the woods. A little owl hole type thing in the trees. This needs to be the point where I make sure I don't miss anything out for Donuts, of course. So I think we go this way, but I'm just going to double back and check that what my route is with Donny, so I don't get lost in the woods. And for Maggie, got a little Tritana. Wow, we're out of the woods, and I can see I've not missed any jumps out, which is good. So we've just basically got the same question, just slightly bigger and narrower for Donny than Maggie. Right then, Maggie has the little triangular shaped fence here, and then Donny has this little log, and then I think Maggie's just straight through the water, and Donny is through and then up the 2 steps. And we'll go through the water. This is where you saw us jump that gigantic double brush last time. And we came down these steps in the novice last time. So Maggie goes through, and we'll pop up these, pip pop, one stride, and then we've got Maggie's box and Donut's box.
So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high.
So we've got 2 different entrances. This is Maggie's entrance, little left turn into the slope through and then pop over the white skinny with brush on top. Okay, that's her question. And then Donny needs to come from the other side.
Like a towel's right now. Show me what it's about.
We'll head in over this. It's quite a question. It looks like you're landing in the water. 100. We have got dry ground, but he's not going to realise that until he takes off. And then I'm just going to creep forwards. There we go. You can see it. We've got that nice little white roll top in the water. Although there is a black one. I think it will be to loop round and jump that. But unless something goes catastrophically wrong, I'll intend on coming towards the end of the course now. We've got a fairly steep hill up. I'm going to have to get a bit of welly going on my bike. I'll take this line to that fence. And that's Donny's fence there. Pop over this. And we've got a drop there, which I've already seen on Footloose Venting's Instagram. It's a fairly beefy drop. Should be fine for Maggie. And then straight on to the left. Donny's just coming up a different side of the bank and then coming to this and then straight on to that drop. And then a bit of a curving line to the last. Interesting. So a little tink round to do the last one for Donny and then straight on run for Maggie. And then hopefully happy smiles as we finish. Hello kids. Let's open you up a bit further. Give you all the space while you're waiting around. Good boy.
Love me till the morning, love me in the evening. Don't know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love.
Okay then, we have first dressage test of the day, and we're starting off with Miss Maggie, of course. And you've seen how she warmed up. I felt she went quite sweetly. She felt a little bit quiet, like she was just sort of, I don't know whether she'd just gone a little bit shy or something, but she was doing everything I asked of her. It was just very sweet without any extra pizzazz is probably how I'd describe it. But you can see she's in a lovely frame. She's forward, she's swinging, she's got her ears pricked, she's quite happy, she's fairly still in her contact, and you know, this is not a bad picture at all, which is nice. So we got a 6.5 for our entry with could have more balance, I think, struggling to read the handwriting. Then we had to trot all the way around to B, got 6.5 for that with on the shoulder. Circle 15 metre, good size but needs more balance. I'm not quite sure what the judge means by needs more balance. Personally, she is in balance, I think, unless the judge means more of an uphill way of going, I suppose. That's the only thing I can think of, but I'd say she is balanced. She's not wibble wobbling, she's not speeding up, slowing down. She's maintaining a good rhythm, good bend, good shape, and yeah, the only thing I can assume is that she's not as uphill as the judge wants. So carry on, we got 6.5s all the way around to here. And then we're up to the canter transition, and we got a 7 for our transition up to canter, and I'm really glad she got a better mark for that because she did a lovely transition. And then we cantered all the way down to the end and did a circle with a transition to trot at X. And I know this transition was a little bit late, but I was pleased with my circle size and shape, pleased with her activity in the canter and her frame, but you could see that I was just a stride late rather than trotting as I crossed the centre line. I was the stride after. And then we did a walk transition here, and I'd say the trot quality was really good, and then the walk quality was good. We got a 7 for our medium walk, and then we're on to, I think we stayed in medium walk for the whole thing. Yeah, and we got another 7. So that's usually quite tricky because they usually start trying to jog or trying to do free walk because they're very used to doing just a free walk when they do their walk in their test at the minute. And then we trot at C, which I thought was very accurate, and we got 6.5 with a little unsteady to contact, so you know, each to their own, eh? And then we go up to canter in this corner here, and she did a nice canter transition, though there she is actually a bit unsteady in the contact, but we got a 7 for that. We then go all the way down to the upper end, and we got a 7 for the work that we're doing here. And then a circle at this end, and I think our trot transition was much more accurate. It's, you know, you have nowhere to hide when you have to do it on a centre line like that. Yeah, it was much more accurate, and we got a 7 for that. And then we come round, and this test is a little bit strange. You never quite do a full centre line. So you come on the diagonal here and to X, and then down the centre line from X, and then do your halt. So we got a 7 for that as well, with a little unsteady to contact but square halt. Done. Did a sweet little test, didn't you? I don't know what score we've got. We'll look at some point. Now just waiting for show jumping. Maggie's untucked and had a groom, and yeah, she's being a very good girl, and so is Mr. Donutty. There he is. Good boy. Good lad. So he's been very patient, standing on the box, and I think that it's time to get you tacked up, young lady. She says, I'm ready. Good girl.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance,
show jumping time. Let's be having you. So we were doing the B90 this day, and yeah, Maggie's quite an established show jumper. She quite happily jumps around 110, 115, but it's good to be practicing at this level again. And obviously it's about putting all three parts together, and she's going quite sweetly here. We were describing it as peak and pop. We were just ending up adding one occasionally. She wasn't quite as forward as I would have liked her to be, although she looks a lot more forward on this video than she felt to me. She sort of felt like she was just a bit like, no, I'm going at my own pace. And I explain it in the clip after, but we didn't get very long to warm up. So I was just dealing with what we had, and I was just a bit like, well, to be honest, we'd warm up over these size of fences so she can warm up as the course goes on, and she was doing fine. She's just quite a real sweetheart, really, just popping round, ears pricked, quite happy to be there. If you've been following our story, Maggie's had ulcers. She's been treated for ulcers, and I can thoroughly say she is feeling a whole lot better now, which is great news, even with a messy round. Right then, dashing look going on right now. Show jumping done. We jumped clear, although it wasn't a very pretty round. Maggie just felt a bit switched off, but to be fair, I'd originally gone down to check if they were running to time or just numbers on the board, and they said, oh, come for your time. So I came with 15 minutes, which should have been about right for my time, and then they were like, it's free to go. So yeah, we didn't get the warm-up I would have liked, and I think that's why she's a bit switched off. So I'm in a hurry now to go get down to cross-country, just to make sure she's really off my leg for cross-country. Just showing you quickly, I'm wearing a dashing little lycra thing, and then let me just show you behind me. I'm hoping this works. Alright, let me see. There we go. I hope you can see. Basically, I've got a little tracker on my back that is going to track how fast I go when I go cross country, because there's a study going on at the moment, and I said I'll take part. So I'll be wearing that for Diana and Maggie's cross country round, and it'll be interesting to see what the study comes out with. I don't know what this means.
Smith with Darling Deluxe. She's on board this 10-year-old chestnut mare, campaigning for the owner, Sandra Betley. Evangeline has a BSc Honours in Equine Sports Science and her Pony Club A test. So we're just having a discussion up here in control as to what you'd be more proud of, your BSc Honours in Equine Sports Science or your Pony Club A, and the consensus is Pony Club A. Evangeline also working part-time riding.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You'll never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. To the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You'll never know when it is over.
Look at the state of me. I'm only one pony in. There we go. Pony number one. Done. You were a good girl, weren't you? She said I was a good girl. So she's just got her ice on. I'm about to switch that and just put her equi socks on, which are like compression socks. But they're much more breathable than bandages. And then you're having a nap, aren't you? And Dooney is there. Good boy. So I now need to change my top again and go back to dressage mode, and we're quite tight on time, so I just checked in and yeah, they're great, thank you very much. Mum's been on quartermark duty, so she's going to spray them now. So yeah, equi socks on you, dressage stuff on me, and we best tack up and go. So I forgot to mention, I think she's sat in second at the moment. Can't do any worse than second. I don't know if we can do any better, but it was great. Yeah, cross country she was much more forwards, much more taking me, and yeah, we were a bit speedy. I was having to slow down, but we came in on the time, or inside the time, without time faults for going too fast. And we're straight into the dressage test, because when I got over to the warm-up, I literally had 2 before me, so it wasn't very long. But luckily I'd done a really good workout for Donny the night before. We'd done quite a lot of schooling, so he actually came out pretty ready to go once he'd loosened off. So I was quite pleased with the fact that he was fairly relaxed. Maybe it's a bonus that he'd been stood on the lorry listening to the tannoy for a while, I don't know. But yeah, like I say, he wasn't feeling like he was bubbling over or anything. He just felt pretty happy. Just a pre-warning, I didn't get any vlogging done in between because I was so tight on time after this stage, so I just cracked on. But I will give you the voiceovers to fill you guys in. So look at how straight that centre line was, and we got a 7.5 with the comment nearly straight, but it was obviously really quite straight in order to earn a 7.5, so I was pleased with that. And we're doing the square call test. I call this test. It's B106, and you'll see in a minute why I call it a square call test. My section for this class was full of professionals. I'm not kidding. There was literal Olympians in it. The works, a proper professional section. So yeah, I was just there thinking, well, I've got my goals for Donny. I'd really like him to jump a double clear if possible, and a sweet dressage test. That was all my goals were. And that serpentine was gorgeous. So we got 7 for our turn left, turn right, 7 for our serpentine, 7 for our canter transition with needs more throughness, which I agree with, although it's quite a bit better than we have previously been getting in tests. And then we're doing our square call now. So you start off with a turn right at E or B, and then you do a circle from X, and then you turn right at the next marker again. And I just nearly went out the arena a little bit and trotted a little bit early. So we got 7s for those because he was still in quite a nice way of going. And then we got an 8 for our medium walk, which was lovely. Changed walk, rein, free walk on a long rein. We got 7 with fine steps, could lower to stretch more, which is fair enough. I get that. And then we do a medium walk up to this corner marker, and then we trot at the corner marker. And the comment for this is cautious transition, which you can see we're quite slow to establish the transition. But look at his frame, he's so much more through. And we also got cautious transition for the canter transition, which I'd agree with. Now we're back onto another square call. As we know, we turn right, we do a circle from X, and then we turn right when we reach the track again after the circle at X. So that canter transition I was cautious with because I hadn't quite got my reins shortened up. But you can see he's so much more correct and over his back and through and stepping through, which is great news. And he's getting consistently 7s. The only 6.5 we got just now for his balance to trot, because the trot transition wasn't that great, which I would agree with. And then 3-loop serpentine here, we got a 7.5, and you can see he's changing his bend, he's through, he's lifted his belly muscles, he's working up through his back, which is great news. And I'm just really pleased with the direction we're heading in. I've been trying really hard, and you know, he's a thoroughbred, so compared to what the professionals are sat on, yes, they'll be young horses, but they're also horses that are bred to do this a lot more, whereas he's thoroughbred. And would you believe this test left us in 7th after that, with all professionals in front of us. He was such a clever boy. Right, straight on to the show jumping, but first can I just read you my comment from the judge. admirable, calm attitude and harmony. That's cool, isn't it? I don't know if it's Donut's calm attitude and harmony or mine or both of ours, but it's really nice. If you look back to when he was doing 90s in 2022, he literally had a meltdown at one stage and spun around. So that is a massive milestone to be hitting. And in the warm-up, you can just see he's just loving life, finding it easy peasy. So again, Donut's been jumping some bigger rounds. He's had some faults jumping the bigger rounds, but by the same token, he's been jumping them on very bad ground, which you wouldn't believe now because the ground's really firm again. But the novices we've been doing earlier in the season has literally just been in bottomless ground. So I'm excited to jump him around a novice show jumping now that the weather's cleared up and the likes. Anyway, on to his show jumping round here and now. He's in the B100 class, and I just have this habit from Maggie, because Maggie didn't used to like doubles, of showing them the first double, and Donut he literally rolls his eyes at me. I think he's so bored with it, but I'm still in the habit of doing it every time I go in to the course. So it's really funny with Donny. The moment the fences are like a metre or smaller, he doesn't fold his legs up half as much. He's still jumping nicely, he's still through his back and everything, but he's just not as neat and tidy with his legs as he is at around a bigger course. So that's quite amusing. But he's really trying here. He really does have a conscience now, and I feel like I'm getting the measure of his show jumping. I know not to let him get too strung out or go on too much of a flyer, and I just really use my body weight leaning back to help balance him so that he can sit back and sit up from a fence, and I think it's really made a big difference. And this round to me looks like a very convincing and together round. Obviously you'll notice from Maggie's class to Donuts they've just added a second part to the last fence, and yeah, he's just really on it in a nice clear round. Thank you, Donut. Final phase of the day, and due to weather conditions meaning I withdrew from cross country at our last event and Donny having a little bit of a break, he has not been across country competitively in 9 weeks. So understandably, like when he got across to the start box, he got pretty excited, and he's just settling down now because he is that level-headed nature. Quite amusing, there was a person that decided it was wise to film right by the start box, so I was having to go around them, but it's okay, we didn't wipe them out, so it was okay. And the starter was really funny. He saw Donny when he came bouncing over. Mum hadn't started the video at that stage, but he said, "This is going to be a very long minute," and I thought it might well be. I haven't been on a horse so excited to start cross country, but Donny being Donny, a real good boy, he just settled on down.
I dance like no one's gonna see, and I love like nobody can hurt me. You might think I'm a little strange, but I'm not gonna change. Oh no, sometimes I'm talking way too much, and sometimes I don't know how to turn up. You might think I'm a little strange, but I'm not gonna change. For you, for you, for you, I'm not gonna change. For you, for you, for you, I'm not gonna change. For you. I sing like no one's gonna hear, 'cause my dreams are stronger than my fears. You might think I'm a
that was their runs. They were both absolutely fantastic. Neither horse added to their dressage score. I was so proud of both Maggie and Donut. Maggie came second and Donut came sixth, with Donut and I being the best amateurs in the section. We were literally headed off with so many professionals ahead of us. So I was absolutely delighted. I'm not going to lie, guys, I was pretty tired after finishing competing too, and so ecstatic that vlogging just went completely and utterly out of my mind. We had lunch and just sort of a chilled afternoon, so I didn't do an outro, which is what I am now doing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will be out eventing more again now, which is really great news. So make sure to drop us a comment, and if you've not already subscribed, please do so, and I will see you next time.
Say if I'm going the right way or where I'm supposed to be. I guess I'll get up.